Bitcoin just crossed $93,000. For many, this feels like deja vu, a massive surge, a wave of excitement, and the question everyone's asking, is this it? Is this the start of the real bull run we've been waiting for, or just another setup for a sharp correction? Before we dive into analysis, let's understand what's happening behind the scenes. Price is just the tip of the iceberg. What we care about is the volume, the sentiment, and the narrative driving this move. Because price follows energy, and right now, the energy in the market is electric. In the past week, we've seen unusual whale activity. Massive transfers to cold wallets, sudden spikes in futures, open interest, and a noticeable increase in leveraged long positions. All classic signs that institutional money is not just watching, it's moving. Then there's the ETF momentum. Bitcoin spot ETFs, once considered a long shot, are now attracting billions in flows. That's not hype, that's cold, institutional cash entering the market. It changes everything. It gives Bitcoin legitimacy in the eyes of traditional investors. And with that legitimacy comes new volatility, but also new opportunity. At the same time, retail interest is exploding again. Google searches for how to buy Bitcoin are spiking. YouTube is flooded with new creators claiming Bitcoin will hit 200K. We've seen this before, and that's why you need to stay focused, not on the noise, but on the fundamentals. Let's talk technicals. The breakout over 90K was strong. It didn't just slip past resistance, it crushed it with volume. We've seen daily candles close with higher highs and strong follow-through. This isn't weak momentum, it's powerful, and it's dangerous, because that's when traders get greedy. And you know what comes after greed? Liquidation. The market doesn't go up in a straight line. If you're expecting Bitcoin to just moon without a pullback, think again. This is when traps are laid. And they're not laid by amateurs. They're designed by pros who've done it before. If you're in the market now, you need a plan. Not hype, not guesswork. A real strategy. Are you long-term holding? Are you trading swings? Are you just chasing candles? Because if you don't know what you're doing, someone else, probably a whale, will make money off your indecision. Let's break it down further. What are the real signals telling us right now? Volume is up. That's good. Dominance is shifting back toward Bitcoin. Also good. But altcoins are lagging, and that could be a clue. In the past, Bitcoin dominance surging while alts stay flat often signals institutional inflows, but not yet full retail FOMO. And that gives us a small window, a pocket of time before the masses flood in. This is when smart money builds position. Quietly, no TikTok, no hype, just cold, calculated accumulation. Let's pause here for a second. Ask yourself, are you prepared for a deeper correction? What if Bitcoin dumps to 80,000 tomorrow? Would you panic or buy more? If the answer is panic, your position is too big. If the answer is calm, you're probably in the right mindset. This isn't financial advice. This is experience speaking. Every bull run in history has had sharp pullbacks. 15%, 20%, sometimes more. And the people who survive those moments, even thrive in them, are the ones who planned ahead. That's why you need stop losses. That's why you need targets. That's why you need to stop watching Twitter for signals and start building your own framework. Because markets are not moved by tweets. They're moved by liquidity, fear, and greed. And right now, there's plenty of greed in the air. Just check the fear and greed index. We're pushing extreme greed territory. And that's a warning sign. So, what should you actually do right now? First, zoom out. Bitcoin hitting 93K is impressive. But it's also within expectations if you've been following long-term projections. Stock-to-flow models, halving cycles, historical retracements. They all point toward this move being just the beginning, not the top. Second, don't just watch Bitcoin. Watch what's happening around Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum, Solana, and Layer 2 solutions. They often give early signals when money starts rotating. And right now, we're seeing low volume in altcoins, but a quiet build-up in smart contract platforms. That's not noise, that's setup. Third, Understand your timeline. Are you in this for 6 months or 6 years? That question changes everything. Your risk, your strategy, your patience. If you're a short-term trader, this is a time for caution. Pullbacks will come. Look for clear support levels, like 88K, 85K, and the psychological 80K zone. These are areas where buyers are likely to step in, and where you should have plans, not emotions. If you're long-term, ask yourself this: is Bitcoin fundamentally stronger than last year? More adoption? More institutional interest? More scarcity due to the halving? If the answer is yes, then your long-term thesis hasn't changed. Only the price has. Let's talk psychology. Right now, people are emotionally charged. They're seeing green candles and assuming it's easy money. But this is when mistakes happen. This is when people buy tops and sell bottoms. So here's the truth. Success in crypto isn't about catching every pump. It's about surviving long enough to ride the real wave. That means protecting capital. That means not chasing. That means knowing when to sit and watch, not just when to jump in. Let's shift to on-chain data. Wallet activity is rising, especially from long dormant addresses. That's often a sign of renewed confidence. But also, some of these wallets are taking profit. And when smart money takes profit, you should be paying attention. Miner outflows are stable. That's good. High miner selling usually leads to short-term corrections. But we're not seeing that right now. Instead, we're seeing increased stablecoin inflows to exchanges. That often precedes buying pressure. Also, keep an eye on the macro landscape. Interest rates, inflation data, geopolitical tension, they all affect Bitcoin whether we like it or not. In 2025, crypto is not a separate economy. It moves with global trends. And when money becomes uncertain, people look for hard assets, like Bitcoin. Let's look at sentiment across regions. Asia is leading trading volume again. That usually means higher volatility during their market hours. And US ETF inflows remain strong, signaling traditional investors are still getting in, despite the price. And here's a big one: stablecoin dominance. When stablecoin dominance falls, it usually means people are swapping USDT or USDC for crypto. Right now, we're seeing early signs of that rotation. That's bullish. But again, don't let bullish signals blind you. Use them. Don't worship them. Stay with me. We're heading into the final part of this video: the wrap-up, the mindset, and the plan. If you're still here watching this, you're already ahead of 90% of people in the market. Most will chase hype. Most will follow headlines. But you? You're building perspective. And perspective is what keeps you alive in crypto. So what's the game plan? First, don't FOMO. It's okay to miss a candle. It's not okay to lose your capital. Second, prepare your strategy now, not when the market forces your hand. Set your entry points. Define your exits. Use stop losses, not because you expect failure, but because you respect risk. Third, stay informed. That doesn't mean watching every influencer or every tweet. It means tracking real metrics. On-chain data, exchange inflows, wallet behavior. That's where the real signal hides. And finally, zoom out again. Ask yourself, why are you in crypto? If it's to get rich quick, good luck. The casino is open 24/7. But if it's because you believe in a decentralized, permissionless, deflationary future, then every correction is just a discounted opportunity. Bitcoin has been declared dead over 400 times. It's been through bans, crashes, frauds, and fear. And it's still here, at $93,000, stronger than ever. So the question isn't, will it go higher? The question is, will you still be here when it does? If this video gave you clarity, gave you a new perspective, or even just made you pause and think, then that's a win. Leave a comment below with your Bitcoin prediction. Will we hit 100K? Will we crash back to 80K? Or will something completely unexpected happen? And if you want to keep learning, growing, and staying ahead of the crowd, hit that subscribe button. Because here, we don't chase hype, we study it, we understand it, and we use it to win. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.